Ciao, I'm Marianne Esposito. Stay tuned for my very best blueberry muffins. I'm going to tell you the secret to making really great moist blueberry muffins. And it begins with Filippo Berio extra light olive oil. That's going to keep the muffin nice and moist. So we want to start with 2 eggs in a bowl. And the idea behind using the extra light olive oil for this is not only the moistness, but you're adding a healthy component to your cooking instead of using some other fat like butter or solid shortening. This is good for you. It's got monounsaturated fat. It has no sodium, no sugar, no cholesterol, and it's good for you. So here are our eggs. We're now going to add a cup of sugar. So a cup of sugar goes in. And get that all well blended until your eggs and sugar are somewhat light lemon colored. You could also do this with a handheld mixer if you would like to. Now, you're going to have a really nice light taste to this because that is what Filippo Berio extra light olive oil is going to provide. So we want about 1/3 of a cup. This is also good for your other cooking as well, not just baking, but you can saute with it, you can stir fry with it. Delicious. In goes that olive oil. Looking good. And now I want to add a little bit of flavoring for this. I like to use something called Fior di Sicilia. And this is really a citrus flavor. And it's really a nice additive with the olive oil. So just a drop. If you didn't have this, you could use the juice of an orange or a lemon. So we've got that all mixed up. Meanwhile, our oven is on 425 degrees. Now we want to work with our dry ingredients. And for that, we have 2½ cups of unbleached all-purpose flour. I'm going to add just a pinch of salt to that. Just a pinch, and 2½ teaspoons of baking powder. There's 1, there's 2, and here is 1/2. So we just want to kind of stir that up a little bit, make sure everything is well combined. And we're going to add this to our wet ingredients with some buttermilk. So here is our buttermilk. I want to do this a little bit at a time. So first add some of the flour. Did I tell you that extra light olive oil has a really high smoke point? 470 degrees. Mr. Filippo Berio really knew what he was doing when he developed extra light olive oil. So there's a little flour. Now we're going to add buttermilk. A little buttermilk goes in. Mix that around. And now more flour. I also use the extra light olive oil in my other baking, for instance, for pound cakes. It's delicious. Then the last thing we want to do, we want to fold those in, about 2 cups, just gently. You don't want to mash them. And now we'll set this aside for a minute and we'll make the topping. And this is going to be on top of the muffin. It's going to give a really nice crunch to this. And I just like to do this with a scoop. Now, we simply take this sugar and just sprinkle a little bit on the top of each one. And they're ready for the oven. So, the next time you want to make really moist blueberry muffins, come on folks, let's use Filippo Berio extra light olive oil. That's the secret.